Well, I crack up now because every new model that comes out has LED lights.
You're welcome.
So that engineer listened to you, and not only do they put it on that machine, they put it on every machine.
Even our little
Yeah.
L316 came in with LED lights.
I'm Sterling,
I'm Harrison.
and this is Hard on the Paint by Big Country Equipment.
Inside there, and so they got us, a Takahauchi because they knew that I was there, right? They scoured the earth for a Takahauchi, and they got this old.
The next biggest machine.
It's the
It is.
only thing that was even remotely comparable to Takahauchi, right? And they get this thing, and it's got. We're driving this brand new 362, right? And it's still, and then they got the Takahauchi, which is on its last leg, limping along, right? Because it's
Marketing.
the only one they
It's
can
fantastic
find.
marketing.
Right.
Right? And it was a lot. I still like the way because I was used to it. But if you haven't run a Takahauchi, it runs way different than any of the rest of those machines. And so nobody else liked it. Of course, I was like, yeah, I like this, all right. And then I get in the 362, I'm like, holy smokes! Then when they're sitting side by side, you don't realize how much more powerful the New Holland is. I mean, what's it got? Almost 50% more lifting capacity, something like that. Yeah. So it weighs the same amount as the Takahauchi with the mulching head on it, right? Even without the mulching head.
Without the mulching.
Yeah, and so
About 4,000 pounds.
yeah, just an incredible amount of power, incredible amount of lifting capacity. We had what was on the pallets. That was where it really started to shine when we started.
It was concrete filled
That's right.
pallets.
Yeah.
So it would pick up this basically container full of concrete and it'd walk around with it. And so I thought this was a unique feature that they did is they had everything but a cat there, because they couldn't get a cat at the time. And so they had John Deere there, they had Bobcat there, they had the Takahauchi, of course, the New Holland.
And everybody there had their favorites, right?
Right.
No one there cared for the New Holland at all. They didn't bring
On their way there.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody showed up going, yeah, I've got a New Holland tattoo right here in my arm, boys. It was all they got. Bobcat mostly, right? Because that's the
Cat,
thing.
deer, mellow, top.
cat.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Which was surprising to me because I was like, because I was going to take some clients that were New Holland preferred. And it just happened that those clients couldn't go. And I was like, well, TJ still wants to go. So I guess it's just going to be us lone riders to go. And which ended up working out perfectly because majority of those owners that were there weren't New Holland owners. They were all
it was
different brands.
There was that one guy from was it Oregon? That he owned one or had one or something, and he was like, "Hey, look, if you do this, it's just the controllability stuff, right?"
Yeah.
And so we started talking about. They went and fixed it, right? Because if you adjusted the bucket, the sensitivity on it, which is a battle, it's all sensors and stuff. But yeah, when they fixed that, and then the reverse fan, right? We're all on the reverse fan. Like I'm preaching. I want the reverse fan.
Because we fought for that with Tox.
And
Hey,
so-
it needs reverse fan. No, ours flows, which doesn't need that.
Yeah, they didn't have a mulcher to put on it, but this machine had been out mulching. Right?
Yeah.
Who had a stack of just brush and leaves and stuff all over the back end, right by the glass. So me and Harrison, like, well, let's turn that reverse fan on, show it off. And Harrison's, it's so badass. Yeah, watch this. They turn it on, and it goes. I'm like, oh yeah, whoa, it just knocked me over, Golly, they're like, no, it really blows a lot harder than that. I thought, well, let's see it. And they turn it on again, and so I start making crude.
Yeah.
derogatory
Right,
comments.
derogatory. Yeah, that'd be the
There
best
you
word.
go.
And off goes the engineer, and he comes back with a guy with a computer, and they start punching on this thing all of a sudden, and they turn it on, and we're both back there. At this point, I've written it off. I'm like, that's stupid.
I'm like, well, this was a waste.
Yeah, and they turn this thing on, and brush and sticks and leaves blow past me. Harrison's hat flies off, and we're 12 feet from the skid steer.
Yeah.
I mean, the reversing fan
No, it works.
works.
Yeah.
Like really, really, really well. Yeah.
Well,
So-
I found it very comical because we went to dinner that night, and I was like, man, okay, this is going well, right? Well, we go to dinner. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about their kind of the things that they would change. Well, the next morning we had a meeting with all the engineers. We go in a boardroom, and this is probably a good 1,500 square foot boardroom. And this table makes a big U, and I'm like,
it's a lot of people with a lot of pocket protectors and calculators.
Oh,
and,
Yeah.
That absolutely.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure one guy had his glasses, a pocket protector, his pins.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he had 3 different style of pins.
Well, that's the kind of guy I want building a
I
skid
can
steer.
do
Right.
all the same calculus they can do, so that didn't impress me, but that's fine.
So we're in there, and this room's packed full of New Holland people and all the customers, and then me, which is a dealer, the only dealer.
The only.
And I'm like, okay, this is going so swell. And then they get to TJ, and that's when I knew I screwed up. It's because they get to TJ, and TJ starts going, I don't like this, and it doesn't have effing LED lights. What idiot makes this skid steer? And the engineer that made the skid steer is there. And I'm like, I've screwed up. They're never going to invite me back. They're never going to. And TJ goes all about it. Well, so, we leave, and I asked TJ, he's like, okay, well, this is great. Like, what'd you think? I think you had a lot of good input. I think you could have rotated it a little bit differently, but it's great input. And he goes, oh, man, love it. I can't wait to get a demo machine, play with it and type thing. Well, we get the first round of demo machines. Y'all play with it, mulch with it. You're trying to booty me down with a mulcher in the air. You had that machine tweaked in all sorts of different ways when we were demoing it. And then y'all end up buying one, right? That was 22, right? 2022, 2023? Mm-hmm. Well, I crack up now because every new model that comes out has LED lights.
You're welcome.
So that engineer listened to you, and not only do they put it on that machine, they put it on every machine.
Even our little
Yeah.
L316 came in with LED lights, and so
We still
you
don't
made an
reverse
impact.
again on the 345, but the 362.
362.
But
yeah.
that's what those, that's what those are for, is
Right.
to take.
Well, and that's what they kept reminding us while we were there. We're like, look, we've already designed this thing, and you're not here for design features. You're just here for controllability. Like, well, that's fine, and I'm sorry that you didn't have people here to tell you what was wrong with your machine.
You did this
before.
wrong.
Yeah. So, maybe invite me in sooner next time, and we can fix this piece of shit. So.